including not identifying ways that hazardous substances could be released, failing to notify the EPA when they were aware of hazardous substances being released, and failing to report the use of 2 hazardous substances before the fire.
The EPA says the company's operations posed a significant risk to a community already facing pollution problems from lead toxins. Nox-Crete manufactures chemicals used to make concrete construction projects.
And following that fire, Omaha Public Works reported no threat to the public concerning smoke or runoff from the fire, and no injuries were reported, but there were issues with evacuations. The EPA's report today said some 2,000 residents were told to leave the area just south of downtown. The alerts only went out in English in a community with a significant Spanish-speaking population. The incident led the county health department to update their software to allow alerts in Spanish when needed.